paint manufacturing. How is it done? Paint is used every day and has many different purposes including flame protection, water sealing and sanitation. Different types of paint are used for each of these. 4 key components make up paint. 4 key components in paint. The pigment. This part of the paint controls the color and finish of the dried paint. There are 2 different types of pigment. Prime pigments includes shades of white made from titanium oxide, yellow, green and red. The extender pigments include compounds like calcium carbonate, mica, talc and barium sulfates as well as others. Resin. This component acts as a binder between all of the products so that they stick together and to the surface that you are painting upon application. Acrylic emulsion polymers are used in most paints. PVA is used generally to formulate paint with a lower base material cost. Protective coatings are provided by using different types of resins, including polysiloxane and urethane. Solvent act as a carrier for the pigment and resin. This helps with the application and distribution of the paint. The solvent can be organic, mineral or water-based. Additives. Properties given by mixing additives to the paint help with effectives such as resistance to mold and scuffing, quicker drying times and make the paint itself easier to handle during application. Manufacturing the paint. To make sure that the paint works as it should, you need to accurately measure the amounts of each of the product, the color that you want, the finish and the amount of paint that you want to use all need to be taken into account. These measurements need to be extremely accurate, so precise floor scales are used to measure very large quantities accurately. The pigments used in paint manufacture tend to stick together cohesively, which makes the color patchy and uneven. These clumps of color need to be broken down and wetted by the resin to give a smooth and even color distribution throughout the paint. After the paint manufacturing process, the additives added then prevent any further separation, as well as adding additives. High-speed mixers are used to ensure complete mixing of the paint. For more stubborn mix clumps, other methods may need to be used. And ball mills are used for smaller amounts of hard-to-remove pigment. The rolling and tumbling motion of the porcelain balls breaks up the pigment. And bead mills is for larger batches of paint, and work similarly to the ball mills. The beads used are roughly 3 mm wide and made of zirconium dioxide. This works at higher speed, with a more rapid output. And bar mills works by forcing the paint between metal bars and a roller through a tiny gap. This is only used for highly viscous paint.